So this is a trip to the north part of the Sahara Desert. The basis of this trip is around using survival tactics and techniques are found online and practically using them in a situation that they are required for, hence the reading from the text online.
I don't know, an hour or so, maybe more. It's quite a dry desert, very dry. You can tell by the ground. It does receive some rainfall during the year. As you can see, it's kind of almost mud-like. But this being the Sahara Desert still, it means it's going to receive minimal rainfall. Now, the gear I have today with me, I've got a parachute in that black bag down there. I've got a knife along with a PVC tube. So hopefully if I do get some, groundwater, if I do make a solar still, I'll be able to drink the water out of that without disturbing the solar still. Very dry out here. I'm trying to avoid licking my lips to dehydrate myself more, and my feet are absolutely burning themselves on the ground. I'm also about to finish off my last of my water. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah, I'm not like you'd think that rain is the one thing you want out in the desert. It's really not. It's really not. Oh god damn it. Oh fuck. It's getting worse. I think it's going to be a case of just weathering out the storm. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, it's actually really unpleasant. Really unpleasant. Oh my god. It's so cold. It's so cold out here. As much as I was looking forward to it raining, my god, it is not nice. Oh, this is not pleasant at all. Oh, this is really not pleasant. This is really not pleasant. This is dangerous as well. I could very easily fall into hypothermia. Oh, I need to weather it out. That's all I need to do. The thing is, with this material as well, the water just gets straight through. It's like splashing all over me. Ah, this is not nice. I was going to wait, to be honest. It's not gonna, the way I see it, it's not going to last forever. It's going to be hot again tomorrow, so I just got to have to deal with it. And whilst I'm here, I can just get moisture from here. It's even just clean my lips. Unfortunately, nylon's never breathable, so you get too hot in it, and it's not waterproof, so you do get wet in it. It's purely a waiting game, to be honest, to handle it. I've got to be careful of two things. So if I start getting too cold, then that's going to mean I'm going to start shivering, and that's going to use calories and water in that process. I do need to be concerned about any flash floods, and I do need to be careful about flash floods. Whilst the rain is manageable here, I know it's thunderstorming, and the rain could easily be heavier in a certain place further away, and the water could run down and catch me off guard. So I've got to keep an eye and a lookout to see if that does happen. Hopefully not though. I might as well, you know what? I might as well enjoy the rain. I smell really bad right now because I've been sweating really hard. So what I'm going to do is give myself a bit of a clean even. If I'm going to be wet anyway, I might as well be wet and clean. Yeah, that hasn't helped that much now. I just feel a bit more wet than I was a minute ago. Just going to wait it out still. For a second here, I thought the rain had just let up, and then it started thundering again. Whoop-de-whoop me. Oh, it's getting cold. Oh, yeah, it is getting actually quite cold now. It's getting later on in the day as well. So the water hasn't permeated the soil, as you can see. It didn't last too long, the rain, even though I did thunder down. Yeah, I didn't get really any water out of it at all. I wet my lips, that was it. What it did do is cool me down, help radiate heat back towards me in the night. Obviously I've been heated during the day when it was sunny, and it was just give me some residual heat at night. It's going to help me a lot. I'm going to use my parachute and essentially put it across there with stones, using stones not so big so that if they do accidentally fall down during the middle of the night, they won't do me any harm. size right there. It's going to keep me nice and warm in the night. As nylon isn't breathable, it'll keep the body heat in, but I've got this kind of opening for some nice air and ventilation. One thing I made sure I did was make the shelter during the evening when the temperatures will cool down. To make your shelter during the day, all you're going to do is trap the heat inside it and you have a hot shelter all night. That's something you want to avoid, because you want to avoid wasting moisture. I did check for snakes and scorpions or lizards, just in case they're in my shelter, because you know, this shelter does provide shade and cool. You know, these kind of creatures will always try to find their way inside there. Like, I've tried to make it as tight as possible. Like, my only opening I have is this front entrance, so the only way creatures going to really come in is through the one thing I make sure I do is I want to make sure I've got one entrance. That means any way a creature's going to come in is from the front, and I'll be there waiting. You know, having good shelter will go a long way to you know, keep your spirits up and maintain a correct body temperature. It's key, so I've made sure I made it before it gets dark, and now I'm quite happy, quite relaxed, and I'm looking forward to getting a good night's sleep. I'm not going to exaggerate, but like, it's freezing cold, it's night time, and oh my god, it's the Sahara Desert, it gets so cold at night. Like, it's colder than it is at day, as standard, but it's kind of nice, you know. Shut high. Something sharp in there. It's these. See, look how easily they stick into. It's left. Still in there. Sorry. And so these have been a bane in my life for these past 2 days. You can't see them on the ground very easily because they are very sand coloured, and they just, in every angle at 360 degrees, there's a sharp point in there which keeps digging into my feet. It's a kind of nest slash webbing for some kind of spider. Be a large one. I can see its legs. Its legs are white. You can maybe just about see it. I don't know. It's right there in the middle of the screen. It's got a big body. What I need to do is make a decisive blow, kill it straight away. If I don't kill it straight away, odds are it's going to get away, because I don't have the energy to be able to run fast enough to catch it. It might go into another crevice. So I'm going to get a large rounded rock. I can see it in there. I can see it in there. I'm just going to don't know. No idea, I've no idea. Okay, you can see, look at that juice. It's definitely made an impact. I think it's still in there. I'll look for a stick. Unfortunately, there's no really good sized sticks around here. I don't want to leave the area because I don't want to lose it. There we go. Here, this will be okay. It's a weak stick, but it's the only stick I've got. There you go. You see that? Got it. Ah, how juicy it looks. It's still slightly alive. Let's get a nice flat rock to put it on. There you go. There's a bit of food for me. It's a pretty big one. Now it's time to eat the twice. I can't identify what kind of a spider or tarantula it may be. No idea. Please let me know if you do know. Unless we're way too close. Twice, I don't know what this spider or tarantula may be. Could be poisonous, I'm not sure. Let me know if you do know what type it is. I want to eat the legs and the abdomen. So yeah, I was going to start off with the legs. It tastes crunchy. Not too bad. You can see ants are trying to get at the spider now, as they sense the food. They'd never be able to get a spider if it weren't dead. Well, bon appetit. It's on this stone. I'll obviously not eat the stone. Let's turn this camera there so you can see it better. Here you guys, nothing. The juices will help hydrate me as well. It's going to be absolutely putrid and pussy. And puss-like, I should say. Just giving it a smell. I'm not looking forward to it. There's a rock in it. Like so. Now all I need to do is now seal this up with as tight a seal as possible. Probably can't use the lid. I'm going to seal this up using some of the parachute material, and then any droplets will go into here. My problem is that it's quite an overcast day out in the desert today, which means that it may not evaporate this enough. The advantage here that this is black. It's going to absorb heat, absorb the light, and this will heat up and make this evaporate. And evaporation will go through this tube. I'm going to use some parachute and cover this part up, and that'll give it some shade, and that'll give some good airflow around here, so it'll keep it nice and cool, so that will turn into liquid at the bottom. But I do need to cut some parachute up. I need to get a sharp rock, and yeah, I'll be able to do that. Also, just cool it down by using dirt will help keep the sun off it. What I want to do is smash a rock down on another rock until I get a sharp enough piece. Like this. What I want to do is smash this rock over on that hard one in the ground. It's just more brittle. This one's to smash into a sharp piece, hopefully. Missed it. Oh, nice. Look how sharp this is. Nylon is partially waterproof, not fully waterproof, so it will help trap the moisture in there, especially when I've got a few layers. So I'm going to use this, and this will cover that in shade. Put a few rocks down to keep it in place. There we go. And then just pour that in. It's like a nice seal. And that's sealed in. Now, the only way for any, now that's sealed in. For that, the only way for water to escape is through that tube, so it will evaporate and then it will condense in the new bottle, which will be a lot cooler because it's kept in the shade, as you can see down there. Now, my next move, so I've got to start thinking about getting out of here. So there's two ways of us I was thinking about getting out of here. There's two ways to think about rescue. There's two ways to think about rescue or getting out of a place. You can either passively do it with signalling, or you can actively do it by making a move. Now, my water supplies within my body are draining. As you can see, this fire will be able to be seen from miles and miles away. Look at it, it's starting to burn real nice. So stay away. It is nylon, so it doesn't burn too well in terms of fumes. It burns very well. This will be able to be seen. At this point, it's brighter than the moon, so yeah, it's gonna let it burn. This is a thing of beauty, fire. Fire is man dominating this environment. Yeah. What we want to do as well is take the easiest path. You don't want to be climbing up hills or mountains or sand dunes. What you really want to be doing is staying down low in the valleys. Climbing up will exert a lot more energy than kind of walking around. Even if walking around is a further distance, it's going to be a lot less energy than it'll take to climb up the mountain. Or like sand dune in this case. Now, it's called kind of similar things. But it's better like zigzag in and out rather than going straight line up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's keep walking. In any survival situation, it's very important to kind of mark your trail. If you leave your camp, you're going to want to mark some kind of arrows or some signs or some notes about where you're going. Essentially, like someone just stumbled across your camp, they have no clue where you are unless you leave signs. So if you continually make arrows, you do it from rocks. I'm making this one from parachute because this is what I've got on hand. And then you just put some rocks in it to make it neater, make it more defined. And there you go. You can let anybody know, any rescuers, what location you're going to. I'm heading that way. What I found. Bear in mind, I cannot see this bug at all. I can only see it through my night vision camera. I can imagine this is going to taste absolute putrid. It's still moving. Alright. Oh. 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 Mm. 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 Ah. Ah. That is the grossest thing I've ever eaten. Oh god. I That's quite a good saying. Let's man up, let's move on, let's go. I don't have to say let's go. Let's man up, let's move on. It's a great saying. It stands by itself. Man up, move on. And don't forget, often in a desert, if something looks 1 mile away, it's probably at least 2 miles away. So you don't want to get your hopes up high about how fast you reach a destination. But I feel like I'm getting close. Because things generally look closer if you can see them. Part of me wanted to give up, but I didn't. To keep filming, keep going, to get it done. Goes to show, if you can use shade correctly, you can really minimise your water loss. If you're clever, get your head screwed on, you can do it.